Okay, graph the equation. You're not going to use any method you want, okay? You need to use the method that's been identified because you need to be familiar with all the methods, okay? I know you don't like that, but yeah. Okay, first one. Negative 3x plus 2. Now I told you on that one to use slope Y-intercept, okay? So you're not using coordinates, okay? No parentheses. So you write slope Y-intercept down, actually down here, write it down here, just in case you have to switch some things, slope Y-in. So, put a wall on the Y, Y is by itself, so we have the slope and Y-intercept right away, because the slope's M and Y-intercept's B, so slope's negative 3, that needs to be a 1 under it, and then the Y-intercept's plus 2. Okay, so on the y-axis, positive, negative, so you go to positive 2, plot a point, then you use your rise-run ratio to generate your other point, so forward 1, down 3. From this point, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, okay. Take a straight edge and graph it. Okay, next one. Negative 2x plus 3y equals negative 12. You're using slope y-intercept, so go down here and put slope y-int. Okay, this time the y ain't by itself. You need to make it so it's by itself. So you put a multiplication dot between the 3 and the y and circle it. Now, make sure that's positive. It is, so we don't need to apply the opposite rule. Now I got to take out the negative 2x, so plus 2x. Now we need an x over there, so I make a 0x and add 2x. So you got 3 times y. Then I write x down first, and then I have 2. You can't write the negative 12 first, and then plus negative 12. Then I'm going to divide all of these by 3. To get the y by itself, but remember on x, if you have a decimal, you leave it as a fraction. So that's your m. So your slope is 2/3. Now 12 divided by 4, negative 12 divided by 4 is 3 is negative 4. That's your b. Okay. Okay, now you're good to go. You're exactly where you want to be. You just had to rewrite the equation so the y could be by itself. Okay, so y, positive, negative, so negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your slope, okay, you're going to go forward, every time you go forward 3, you go up 2. And there you have it. Okay, the next one doesn't tell you the method because there's only one method you could possibly use to graph this next one. Okay, we just have y. You put x not here. Then 1, 2, 3. So you're going to make 3 coordinates and focus closely on the letter that is there. Okay. Well, y is the one that is there. It's always equal to negative 3. Okay. X isn't here, so we can have that be 1, 2, 3. Then you just plot the points, okay? Forward 1, down 3. Forward 2, down 3. Forward 3, down 3. Okay? Because every coordinate on that line has a y value of negative 3. You're at negative 3 on the y-axis all the way across. Okay, next one, x equals 2. Again, I didn't give you the method because there's only one way to do it, okay? Because the y is not here, so that can only mean one thing, okay? Y can be whatever, and x is going to be constantly at the same number. Okay, so x equals 2. So everywhere, all through here, all through this line, x has a value of 2, and the y can be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then I go forward 2 on the x, up 1 on the y. Back to the middle, forward 2. Second I do that right, forward 2 up 1. Forward 2 up 2, forward 2 up 3. On that line, you're always at 2 on the x-axis. That's a zero slope. That's an undefined slope. So that's what they were talking about when they had 0 and undefined. Okay, next one. Y equals negative 5 over 3x plus 2. Okay. And I want you to use slope y-intercept. Because y and x are both here. Okay, am I ready for this, the m and the b? I think I am, because the y is by itself, so mb. So negative 5 over 3, and then plus 2. Then negative 5 over 3, so forward 3, down 5. Forward 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And there's a line. Any x, y line, again, yeah. Sorry, I was about to say something that wasn't going to make any sense. Now I have read the directions method. I have given you now the first x int y int of the day. Okay, first x, y int of the day here. So that's when you have to make a duplicate copy of the equation. And we're going to go x int equals, and that's a coordinate. And then y int equals. So x-intercept, you're finding the value for x when you set the y to 0. Okay, 2 times 0 is 0. So 8 times x equals negative 24, so I divide by 8, and we get negative 3. There's your x-intercept. And that will be on the x-axis. I'm actually going to plot that first. Okay, so positive this way, negative this way. So I go backtrack it to 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And there you have it. Okay. Now the y-intercept. We're finding the y value when the x is 0. So 8 times 0 is 0. Okay, so we got negative 2 times y equals negative 24, so I divide by negative 2, and I get 12. Okay, now that's on the y-axis, positive, negative. So we're going, since the x is 0, we just have to worry about this. We got to go up to 12, but I can't make it by 1, so I'm going to make this worth 2s. This can be still worth 1s. You don't have to erase this point, okay? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Just put a little 2s there, you're good. Okay, and that's how you graph with x int, y int. That's going to be the only x int. No, never mind, it's not. Okay. Y equals negative 3. There's only one way to graph that because x is not here. So I go with the triple coordinate, the triple stacker. Now what's the letter that is there? Y, it's always at negative 3. Every coordinate on this line has a y of negative 3. X is whatever, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so x positive, negative, y positive, negative. So I got to go to 1 on x, negative 3 on y. Back to the middle, 2 on x, negative 3 on y. Back to the middle, 3 on x, negative 3 on y. Okay, x equals 2. So y is not here this time. Again, you're not given a method to use because there's only one method that really exists, at least in my book anyway. Okay. Okay, so this time focus on the letter that is there. Okay. X is always at 2. Okay. The y can be whatever, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I go forward 2, up 1, back to the middle, forward 2, up 2, back to the middle, forward 2, up 3. Okay, and we have a line again that has an undefined slope. So yeah, slope is undefined. Okay, let's keep it rolling. negative 3x minus 4y equals negative 24. Well, it says use xint y-int on that one, okay? So again, you need to make a duplicate copy. And then xint y-int, and then you make those, and those are coordinates, okay? Okay, so at the xint, okay, you're finding the x value when the y is at 0. So remove 0 goes in for y, and then that eliminates the negative 4 times 0. It simplifies the equation. Now you have negative 3 times x equals negative 24, and you just divide by negative 3, and that's 8. So 8, 0. So it's just about the x. The y is 0. I don't have to worry about that. So positive, negative. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, y-intercept, I find the y when the x is at 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Negative 4 times y equals negative 24, so you divide by negative 4 and you get 6. Okay. Okay, now you're just on the y, so positive this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, y equals 1/2 x minus 5. This is using slope y-intercept. Now, so you put it at the bottom just in case you got to do some actual work. Okay, MB. Now, if y is by itself, you already have the m and the b. So we'd already have it. So 1/2 and then negative minus 5. So on the y, plus here, negative here. So minus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or negative 5. Then 1/2, forward 2. Remember, it's rise over run. The run's forward, and the rise here is positive. So forward 2, up 1, or up 1, forward 2. It doesn't matter how you get there. Okay, just get there. Okay, y equals 7. Okay, there's only one way to do it because x is not here. So I'm not going to give you a method with those because it's got to be it's pretty much given to you. Not given, but I mean, so that means you stack the 3 coordinates up. And the letter that is there, y, is always 7. XY, sorry, I'm writing like crap today. Okay, not here, 1, 2, 3, okay. So forward 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, forward 2, up 7, forward 3, up 7. Means your y, okay, any point on this line has a y coordinate of 7 as exhibited by this. You can keep going 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7. They're all on that line, but yeah. Okay, then my last problem, y equals 3x minus 4. Okay, so I want you to use slope y-intercept again. So your y is by itself, so you essentially already have them. Okay, so the slope's 3, the y-intercept is negative 4. Okay, so negative 4 on the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 over 1. So up 3, forward 1. Up 3, forward 1. And there you are. Okay, really, the only hard problem, you want to look back at your notes, but the only hard problem you have is actually down on number 6, because you have to use slope y-intercept where the y is not by itself. So again, you would put a wall there, you would put a dot, you would circle it. It's a negative 3, so you have to do the opposite rule. Okay, so negative, positive, positive. And you have to rearrange the equation so the y is by itself.